Hey YouTube. Yeah, it sucks. Pat is, he got kicked out of his own studio tonight, but so I jumped in to say, hey, let's I don't know, let's do this.
Back to nature, climbing higher. Woods are thick, hiking alone. Hear a tree crack, loud as gunfire. Stops you cold, chill to the bone. Hear the crowding, turn to howling. Something's prowling, just out of sight. Beast in the night. Beast in the night. The forest has fallen silent. The mountain's dark. The moon is full. Catch the black shape of a giant, 8 feet tall, unbelievable. Your heart is pounding, huge steps are bounding. Your hope is drowning in the fading light. Beast in the night. Beast in the night. Oh hell yeah. Run for your life. Step it up. Your fear is growing. Red eyes are glowing. You might die knowing those folk were right. Beast in the night. Beast in the night. Beast in the
Yeah, yeah, so I have internet issues. I'm gonna get booted from my own show, here and there, but we'll just roll with it. Kind of see what happens. But yeah, so yeah, check this out, and BRB.
Critical thinking is not incompatible with open-mindedness. On the contrary, it empowers an open mind. Even though demanding valid evidence may lead you occasionally to reject ideas that are poorly supported but nonetheless valid, if and when evidence accumulates for those ideas, an open mind will allow you to reconsider them and possibly dislodge false ideas you'd previously accepted as true. This approach is promoted by science. By contrast, when you have an open mind but demand little or no evidence before accepting things, you leave your understanding of reality much more up to chance. Even worse, if you've accepted false ideas uncritically and close your mind to anything that contradicts them, you won't recognise true ideas even when the evidence is overwhelming, and you'll sabotage your own capacity for learning. If you believe in pseudoscientific and supernatural concepts, that's your privilege. If you want to put forward your personal reasons for believing in them, understanding that whoever's listening may have questions or find flaws in your arguments, that's fine. But if you're in the habit of targeting individuals you've never met and suggesting they're in some way deficient just because they don't believe in these concepts, if you reject conflicting evidence and counter-arguments without consideration, but demand that others accept your arguments and what you regard as evidence uncritically, not only is that closed-minded, it's controlling, arrogant, and presumptuous in the extreme. More importantly, when you're trying to make it seem unreasonable for someone to want evidence before changing a significant attitude or take a significant risk, the mere fact that your claim requires a suspension of critical thinking should indicate it's not the other person that needs to demand less evidence, but you that needs to demand more. Before presuming to advise others to be open-minded, think about some of the widely accepted ideas you dismiss without consideration. You might need the advice you're dispensing far more than other people. Remember too that an open mind that demands little or no evidence for ideas before accepting them will let in an awful lot of rubbish.
Rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. Welcome to Squatch Talk. What's going on, guys and gals out there in the Squatch universe that I touch? I have little prickly fingers that get out there. Just a little bit, right? That's fine. I'm comfortable with that. Just kind of felt compelled to come online and have a discussion, man. Make it an open mic situation. You agree with me, you disagree with me, you're welcome on the show. Just be respectful. That's all I ask. You know, I've had problems in the past with people, trying to jump into my fucking show and do nefarious shit. And stuff like that. So I will post the link here very, very shortly. And what's up? What's up, Joe? Joe Parker. Thanks for being here, man. Petey having a good day. Absolutely. Petey had a great day today. Like, I could do a whole podcast on Petey's day today. He had a really good day. Lot of progress, right, Pete? Oh man, he's out. He's out like a light. But he will come talk to you good folk anytime you want him to. Because that's just kind of where I'm at. Kind of winging it. Don't really care. Like, doesn't matter to me, man. I don't have my whole entire career wrapped up in, how I do Squatch Talk. So, like, I can completely, like, blow it or just have fun with it. Which would be the best scenario, right, Raptor? Can we just have fun with it? Raptor, are you cool with that? Like, you're like, everybody can make up stories. That's why you say, "Where's your proof?" Well, I mean, can we just have fun with it? Like, can we just have fun with Bigfoot? Can it just be fun? Or or are we gonna take it serious? Pick one, I say. Pick one. Because it's one or the other. It's something to take serious or it's something to have fun with. And it's, the waters are pretty convoluted, aren't they? They are. As I smack my fucking face into the microphone. Anyway. So, somebody wants to jump on, slap the Pat, or talk to the Pat, or tell Pat he's the greatest social media influencer ever. I mean, like, whatever you want to do. Just do not pull your wiener out. It's the only thing I ask. Some of you get that, some of you won't. What's up, senior? How you doing? Where's your junior, man? Like, how's he? I haven't heard from him in a while, so I'd like to know how Gary Jr. is doing. What's up, Kilroy? Yeah. Yeah, man. See where this goes. It may go nowhere fast, but every time I say that, it like 5 fucking hours later, I can't escape it. Give me 2 secs. Hold on, guys and gals. Sorry, I'm back. Maybe I have the wrong Gary Johnson, then I don't know. Anyway, if somebody wants to jump in, they can. I mean, I'll bounce off chat in the meantime, man. No problem. I got a lot to say. I don't know if you guys saw the video I put out earlier, but it was a pretty important one with like absolute hallucination misidentification that happened to me. I don't know, like that was something I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while, even though I've talked about it on I talked about it on 2 different shows and one kind of recently. But sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. But yeah, man. I mean, it was very, very important to me to like kind of put that out there and say, hey, look, man, like I had this full-blown hallucination in the woods, and that can happen to you too. And it could definitely happen to your ears. Like a million times more to your fucking ears. Like it happened to my eyes. So just kind of the point I wanted to make, is that, man, you can definitely fool yourself. You could be fooled. Like shit can happen in the woods and you get completely fooled, especially if you have Bigfoot on the brain, which I didn't. I didn't even have Bigfoot on the brain that night. I never do. Like, I never go out in the woods, like, with Bigfoot on the brain. Like, it might be swimming in there somewhere, like, but yeah, like, I don't go out in the woods looking for Bigfoot. I just enjoy being out there. Like, I enjoy camping. I'm never the guy to say, "Hey, Bigfoot's around us," all the time or whatever. Fair enough. I'm sorry. I have the wrong Gary. But thanks for being here, Gary Johnson Sr. I mistook you for somebody else. I apologize. I do apologize. Was here. I don't know. Was here. He popped in and out real quick. Fuck. I've only been streaming for 17 minutes, and half of that was music, and I got kicked out of my own fucking room, which might happen again. Cool, man. Fair enough. Fair enough. I keep popping my glasses into my microphone. It's so annoying. Go away. But I kind of need it close to my mouth. Otherwise, nobody can hear me. Yeah, fair enough, man. You got something to say there? Say it. Like, I get it. It's crazy. Like, so I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute, which I hate to do. Like, I really do, man. I don't want to be that guy, but it's kind of crazy that, it's just something I've discovered about the Bigfoot world is that the narrative is what matters the most. Like, the narrative controls everything, man. It controls your views. It controls, who's on your show, how you interact with a guest. To be honest with you, dude, the narrative is so fucking powerful that, if Dr. Meldrum popped in right now, which is not going to happen, but if he did, like, I would have to have a way different conversation with him than I would have, 3-4 years ago when I had him on the show. Like, a way different conversation, like, way more confrontational, way more, how do you explain this? How do you explain that? Like, the shit that people don't ask him, except for these two guys that did recently, I found from 2021, the pterodactyl podcast or something. I don't know. Like, I'd have to find it or link it, but these guys really, like, it was the first time I ever heard Meldrum, like, really questioned. So that was that was powerful. Um, again, if I were to link it, that means I have to remember to link it. I have to go back, and you guys know how that works. 90% of the time, I don't actually do that. Um, well, thanks, bud. Again, I appreciate you being here, man. Whatever. We're just talking. Like, we're just talking, right? Like, I don't know what you got. You know, what you got? We're just talking. Um, I mean, good question. Fair question. To Pat, are you leaning towards Bigfoot just being an archetype, misidentification, some kind of cultural trope? No, but mostly. That's the best I have. That is absolutely all those things you're talking about are are happening, at almost a hysterical level. Like, and wasn't it, it's not me introducing that word into the uh the narrative of sort of BS, whatever, Bigfoot BS, but like Stroufer said it. He said this is now borderlining, on hysteria. And I agree. Um, it's so obvious that it is kind of like borderlining on that. It may be there. The narrative may be in the hysterical realm, man. What video are you talking about, Raptor? Sorry. Like, I'm rewinding the tape in my head. What video would you like for me to put up? Because I could put up whatever video you want. What am I assuming? Like, oh, if I if I were to interview Meldrum like today, as opposed to even 3 years ago, yeah, it'd be a way different interview. I don't think he would do it. Oh, but yes, I can link that. I can. But again, after the fact, so all you future people, you might see that. Yeah, and it was, I mean, it was good. They held his feet to the fire. It was kind of weird that I came across it. Because I sort of came up with my own like hypothetical debate that I would want to see Meldrum in, because he did 2 debates, on Modern Day Debate, and no offense against either one of those participants that were his opponents, which was Sunny Side Up and Erica from Gut Sick Gibbon. They were just like more curious, like asking questions the whole time. And of course, like I talked to Erica. I did my own Bigfoot debate with Erica before Meldrum did with her. And it was the same thing. She was just really curious. And so it just turned into an interesting conversation, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But like, no, I want to see a proper debate with Meldrum. So I had put out this hypothetical of Ron Pine, who's more than qualified to debate Meldrum as somebody who is a skeptic and a non-believer, in Bigfoot, you know, and he has all the credentials and academic, you know, everything you need to properly debate that person in a way that is, but this, but that, right? And so I tried to make that happen and I failed. Like Ron just declined. He totally declined. He's like, nope, not doing it. And I asked him again, and he's like, nope, not doing it. You know. And so anyway, I'm just kind of dragging on here. Long story short, I went ahead and created the thumbnail anyway, and I put it up there in Coalition. I said, but what if? Like, how cool would it be? And then somebody in the comments was like, dude, you gotta check this out. And so that's where this other podcast from these two guys that know what the fuck they're talking about, clearly they are qualified. Like, they know what they're talking about. And they really handed it to Meldrum, man. He didn't come off looking great from that. So yeah, I mean, I'll make I'll take the time to admin this shit, go back and add it to the description or whatever. Like, so hey, I mean, like, I'm still gonna like throw it out there. Oh wait, I already have it copy and pasted, I think. Like, if you want to come on and talk, you're more than welcome. The only thing I ask is, I mean, you got to have your camera on, and I have to see your face. Like, it can't be some like camera pointed at the ceiling and shit. Like, that's how I got fooled. When that happened before. So, yeah. Let's see. Do you believe all these podcasters knows? But just want their channel to keep going. I mean, it depends on who you're talking about, Gary. I mean, it just depends on what podcaster you're talking about. If you're talking about like run of the mill sort of YouTube Bigfoot shit, like, that is nothing but narrative driven. The other guys, like the bigger guys, and people that I know personally, like, I know Brian King Sharp. He's a successful podcast, Bigfoot Odyssey. And then now he's branched out into other things, Paranormal Odyssey and that Bigfoot podcast, which is really cool, actually. I love that Brian has the gumption to stick his neck out and voice his opinion. Like, I respect the living shit out of that, because he's nothing but to lose off that situation. He can gain from it, but he could easily lose by being a entertainment podcaster that voices his opinion. And the fact that he went, he actually went to Radium, and then he came out of that with his own opinions, like his own like sort of experiences, which I ain't buying. Like, I'm not saying Brian's a liar. I'm just saying Todd's a liar. But like, he's willing to stick his neck out there and actually give his opinion and do something like that Bigfoot podcast. like, good on him, man. Like, wow, dude, like, you have everything to lose. You really do. And you have something to gain because maybe you're expanding, maybe you're smart. Like, maybe it's intelligent to make your like podcast sphere, your world bigger by offering like personality and opinion, which doesn't come with, your typical Bigfoot encounter, right? Like, when you do the entertainment thing and you're just posting a Bigfoot encounter, whatever. Let's say it's true. It's 100% real. Then, you when you throw that out there, um, you're not talking much, The guest is talking 90% of the time, maybe more, And so I get the whole outlet of that Bigfoot podcast where him and Wayne, like, they get to talk. There is no guest. But still, like, that could make you or break you. And it has not broken him. I'm sure it's only made his podcast world as a whole bigger. And so I respect that. Anyway, long answer to your question, Raptor. All right, let's take this on. Like, I don't even know. Like, it seems like it hurts you to say it. It sucks for me as well. The topic is so interesting until you really dig in, and then you realize it consists mostly of pick me, personality driven BS. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. 100%. There's something to be said for that. Absolutely something to be said for that. You are not incorrect. So thank you for the comment. It's a good one, like, I keep learning. Like, I never stop learning about this subject. And what's funny is the thing I never stop learning about is the people part. It's like, just when you think you got somebody figured out, oh man, they're full of shit, And so then that makes me think, what about the other people that, I think I've vetted personally well enough? Like, what if they're fucking full of shit, Like, you don't really know people, dude, until you know people, And I'm 100% okay with getting to know people. But I swear to God, dude, like, it's like even the people that call the people out for being full of shit, those people seem to be full of shit too. It's like, all right, man, like, I didn't ask for all this. Like, really, honestly, I just kind of want answers, you know? I don't want to get involved in all this personal bullshit, dude. And then people getting personal with me about it and blocking me, and it's like, why would you do that? Like, I don't want that. Uh, anyway, I mean, that's just fucking what happens, man. It's again, I mean, it's like such a great example of it's a people thing, you know? It's such a fucking people thing. Like, the entire thing is driven by people and their stories and what they say, You know, where's the fucking evidence, right, Raptor? Just like you say, and fair enough. Raptor is famous for saying, and then subsequently banned from chat by going, where's your evidence? You know, I'm sorry, man. Hey, Pete. Chill the fuck out, dude. Come on. No one in their right fucking mind. And hey, dude, come on here right now and tell me otherwise. Slap me around, Pete. Not you. Pete, shut the fuck up, man. I don't want to hear bargain. Come on here right now and tell me that Bigfoot is evidence driven. That it's evidence driven subject. It's not. You know, again, anecdote. Nope, that's not evidence. Okay, it's not concrete evidence. If you want to get into the technical definitions, okay, like, all right, so like, in make it a court of law, like, again, like, no offense, Brian, like, this is something you and I have disagreed about, and tell me I'm on the wrong side. That number one, 12 people don't decide a biological discovery. That's not a thing. We do not hash out new biological discoveries with 12 random fucking people from the phone book. That's not how that works. But even if we did take 12 random people, eyewitness testimony is nothing more than an attempt to compel those 12 people. And a counter argument can completely destroy them. It happens all the time. And I'm sure that Brian has fucking seen that play out in an actual court of law as a fucking police officer more than once, where somebody he arrested got set free because a good lawyer fucking destroyed the eyewitness testimony. Maybe not against him. I'm not gonna say against him. I'm sure Brian is very capable on a witness stand. But whatever, some other fucking witness, street witness, that's like, anecdote is not evidence. It's just not. It's not how we shape the world. It's not how we decide what's real or what's not, or like, it's not done through anecdote, you know? And so now, yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent there. But anecdote is not evidence. It's not. So when Raptor says, where's your fucking evidence? He's right, because your fucking story doesn't mean shit. Like, again, man, I put it out there earlier tonight. I had a full-blown visual hallucination of lights in the woods. Okay? That could have went straight into the fucking echo chamber. Turns out it was the moon. Spoiler. If you haven't watched that video yet, it was the fucking moon. Full-blown hallucination. No psychedelics involved. No psychotropics involved. Just me, au natural, fooling myself. So, again, if I'd have never figured out that it was the moon, then it would be anecdote gobbled up by the community as a real event. Crazy lights in the woods. Don't get me started. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and like show a few things here tonight. Like, fuck it. If nobody wants to jump in, that's totally fine. I don't care. All right. All right. So, just simple question, like, why was I told Bigfoot name after pointing my gun at his face in Mindspeak, middle of the night? I don't know, man. I can't explain that for you, bro. Zero explanation I can give you for that. If that's what fucking happened to you, that's what happened to you. I don't know. I wasn't there. Thanks, Raptor. I know. I mean, it's a short crowd tonight, which is fine. Hey, and maybe so, dude. Like, I'm not here to tell you otherwise. Any more than I'm here to tell Jeff Harding, yeah, you didn't see a Bigfoot. Probably a guy in a suit. Like, they were filming a movie. You didn't even know. You stupid kids. You stupid fucking kids didn't even know they were filming a movie, and the actor happened to you guys just happened to pull up on the other side of the island, and the actor just decided to fuck with you and throw something at you. Like, I can't tell Jeff that, like, because I don't know. I wasn't there. If I was there and had any hint of maybe that's the way it went down, I'd say, dude, clearly they were shooting a movie. You didn't even fucking know. I mean, come on. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, so as far as the drone thing goes, like, yes, I do have a badass drone. I have a $15,000 drone. I can call it in anytime I want. It comes with a pilot who knows what the fuck they're doing. But all that shit costs money. So, it's a money issue. It's always going to be a money issue. I'd love to tell the Bigfooters who pick their random spots on their random weekends where Bigfoot shows up, okay, I'll be there too. Or these expedition businesses, of which there's like half a dozen at least. Oh, oh wow, they put on Bigfoot expeditions, and read my reviews. Like, Bigfoot shows up every time, huh? It's kind of funny. I don't know. I call that Bluetooth speakers. Yeah, Bigfoot Funhouse, just like Todd Standing. Brian, just like Todd Standing. Yeah. So I would love to go to these places and go to these people. But the problem is, man, is that I have to drag a fucking pilot with me and his gear. For what? For what? For what? Who's gonna pay? Who's gonna pay for it? Let's just say, I talked the pilot into some kind of sweat equity situation. Like, hey, man, we might get Bigfoot. It'd be worth millions. I'll split it with you. Okay. It still costs gas to like drive all the way the fuck up to North Carolina or fucking Tennessee, even from where I'm at now. And then what? Oop! We heard whoops. Put the drone in the air. All right. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. There's nothing out there, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Like, yeah, like, so to go through all that fucking energy with those people and those things is pointless, because I'm telling you, it'll either be nothing or it'll be worth millions in my fucking hands. Like, you know, how do you navigate that? I don't know. So there you go. And again, another long-winded answer to your question. All right. So I'll just keep going down the line here. There's huge amount of gatekeeping that happens in research and scientific circles. I thought wrongly that that everyday person as a researcher aspect to this topic would allow for more discovery. No. If there look, bottom line is this. If there's an undiscovered fucking hominin roaming around North America, only professionals can find them and discover them, not Bigfooters. Not Bigfooters. Like, you can forget that. Like, I don't even know how the fact that Roger Patterson even fucking pulled it off. So let's say Patty's real, right? That's not a guy in a suit. I don't know how the fuck he pulled it off. It was dumb luck. It was just dumb luck, man. Okay. Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, not sure what you're talking about there, Kimberly. Some ranks the Bigfoot community has been negligible. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I mean, there is no evidence. There is no evidence. Yeah, cool, Jimbo. I mean, thanks for asking me. It's obviously, dude, it's a legit question because I've been talking about drones for what 5 years now, and the Bigfoot world's finally caught up. Like now, money makers talking about drones are fucking great. Blah blah blah, right? It's like, and he's wanting to use Mavics and shit, like, and turn it into a TV show. Like, I mean, so the Bigfoot world's caught up, but like they're stupid. They're stupefied. They don't know what they're talking about. I would say, like, I am the drone expert in the Bigfoot world. There's no one better or more qualified in knowledge than me in the Bigfoot world when it comes to drones. No one. If you think there are, tell me who. Tell me what they're saying. Tell me what material they're putting out. I've been talking about fucking drones for 6 years, and I've evolved to a position that, oh, shit, we have the technology right fucking now. Bigfoot can't hide from it. I mean, not if, again, I mean, if they're, magical beings, they can hide from it all they want. But not an undiscovered primate. I can find that in fucking 2 seconds of where you set up your camp and are getting whoops. Like 10 seconds. However long it takes me to put the drone in the air or my pilot, like, we're gonna find it. Like, we'll see it right away. Light it up with spotlight, film it. You guys can go run out there in the woods and chase it all you want, man. It's in the spotlight. Good luck. Good luck with that. You don't. You boots on the grounders don't seem to want to do that when they're 50 fucking feet away throwing rocks at you. So, pretty sure you're not going to do that even in the scenario I just put out. and that's fine. You can disagree with me all you want. Like, come on, disagree. Uh, no, I don't think there's Bigfoot in Australia. There's no reason to think there is. There's like, I don't know, 5 fucking people in Australia that think Bigfoot's there. You know, like there's 0 evidence. I mean, we can't even prove it here in North America, where we're supposed to have like, all like they're everywhere. You know, and it can't be proved. Like, how the fuck they get to Australia? Would they build boats? Did they build boats? I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. You can. You're more than welcome to come on here and talk to me about that, because no, they are no more in Australia in my mind than they are in fucking Central Park in New York City, or the UK for that matter. It's absurd. Australia, at least, I mean, I can't say that's absurd. I mean, it's a big continent. Okay, fair enough. The UK, I can say that's absurd. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, Raptor. I mean, it's all about money. Oh, I need to get a new camera. I need money. I need to get a drone. I need money to see where I'm going with it. Yeah. I, I hear you, dude. I know what you're saying when you're saying that, but dude, like the weird sort of ironic truth is, you know, like I can't fucking follow these people around without money. Again, I I've talked to some pilots. I've kind of dabbled in it because I've decided like, well, fuck getting a drone. Like the $15,000 Matrice 30T. There are people out there with them. I'm in drone groups on Facebook, stuff like that. And so I kind of put some feelers out there. I found some people that have matrices, and I kind of I felt it out a little bit. But I haven't really pulled the fucking trigger on anything. Um, because how the fuck do I mean, how do I talk a guy who's used to making, $500 a night, honestly, using that drone? How the fuck do I talk him into, a sweat equity situation about Bigfoot and we gotta drive 300 miles, whatever. Like that shit gets complicated fast. So, um, yeah, Raptor. uh, like, ironically, it's like I do need. It's not that I need the money. It's just that if I'm gonna go look for Bigfoot using a good pilot with a good drone, like I can't. I'm not gonna fucking pay for that. Like I'm not gonna pay that dude. You know, fucking $500 a night and per diems and shit and hotel room. Gas. Bleh. Right? Yeah. Like somebody else is gonna have to pay for that, not me. Like I ain't fucking doing it. Yeah. Let me get to this first. The sightings in Australia. Yeah. Same old, same old. Same old fucking story, same old narrative. Sightings in Australia have had more historical community of reports in Australia than the US. It's no, like, whatever, dude. Bullshit. All that's bullshit. Prove it. Go fucking find a Bigfoot in Australia. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. Go get you a fucking Matrice 30T, put it up in the air where you think fucking Bigfoot is in Australia, and fucking film them. Prove it. Show me some fucking evidence. I'm not buying it. I don't think Bigfoot's in Australia. There's a good chance there's zero Bigfoot in North America, is where I'm at right now. They're probably not fucking here. They don't exist here. They don't exist anywhere on the planet because it's all bullshit. So it's definitely bullshit in Australia. Fucking, where's the evidence? It doesn't exist. I mean, the PG film, I don't know, man, right? Like, that's the best evidence that exists. Filmed in 1967, one of the last Bigfoot walking the fucking planet, is what I say. One of the last. And, you know, somehow one of those offspring or cousins or relatives ran into my buddy Jeff Harding in I don't know, fucking whatever it was, 1981 or whatever, you know. I don't know, man. I don't know there's any Bigfoot in North America. Like, why are you fucking talking to me about the goddamn, Australia, which is like, how does the undiscovered hominin get, like, show me the path. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's pretty easy. How the fuck did the undiscovered hominin get to Australia? Huh? Like a Neanderthal making boats? I mean, modern day humans got to Australia because they crafted shit. So you tell me a big dumb fucking, 8 foot fucking tall, 1,000-pound hominin, what, crafted boats? But not since. Like, they did that back then, but then quickly abandoned their, like, evolution. Like, fuck no. Hey, bud, like, look, it's simple. And yes, I'm getting a little passionate. I'm gonna calm the fuck down. Calm down, Pat. Calm down. See, I'm working. I'm working on this. I'm working on this. Don't get too passionate. Don't be mean to the person making the comment. How the hell did they make boats? And show me one shred of evidence that Bigfoot exists in the UK. Just show me one thing. I mean, I at least have the PG film for North America. I can fall back on that and go, hey, man, there it is. What you got? Nothing. All right, calm down. Yeah, man, I'd love to, man. Hey, what's up, Carl? I did see you pop in, man. I hope you're still around. Yeah, man. If I show up in NOLA, it might be lawyers, guns, and money time. Or I mean, who knows? The opposite, right? Like, hey, man, I had a great night at poker. The opposite. Whatever. I'm just saying. And yeah, like, arm the drone, charge more. Yeah, you can't do that, man. It is 100% illegal to arm a drone. Like, not doing that shit, man. Yeah, exactly, Raptor. Dude, I'm the guy that's like, there's probably no Bigfoot in Florida. Yep, they have conferences there. There's narrative wrapped around it. The green swamp, you know, and they go in there with their fucking headlamps. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just nothing. Never get anything. You know, except, I don't know, an owl perched in a fucking tree. You know, oh, it's a Bigfoot. Because, you know, owls have the notorious fucking eye shine. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, these are my eyes. Like, an owl's fucking eye shine is like that big around in red. For hundreds of years, owls have been depicted with red eye shine. Hundreds of years. So not like modern time. Not modern lighting. Just a fucking lantern makes an owl's fucking eyes. Like, they've been depicted that way for hundreds of years. Yeah. So people go into Florida and they see two big red eyes. And, it's fucking Bigfoot. Never consider that. You were looking at, I'm sorry, an owl. I know everybody gets so pissed, dude, that I keep blaming Bigfoot on owls, but it's so fucking true. Like, you can't deny how many people blame Bigfoot on owls, man. It's outrageously obvious. Yeah. And yeah, exactly. Like, again, Raptor's not wrong. And so when he says this shit in other people's chats, I think this really, at one point, really rubbed me the wrong way. It's because I saw him make this point. He's 100% right. He's not wrong. But everybody gets all butthurt. Oh, what do you mean no evidence? But we heard whoops. That's evidence. No, it's not. Like, Raptor is fucking right, man. There's no fucking evidence. Like, zero. I don't care if you think you found a track that could be hoaxed. Tracks are hoaxed. Baby out with the bathwater. Like, if you want some kind of hardcore concrete evidence, you either need like a great observation that's filmed, you know, or like some kind of real DNA, like real deep dive kind of DNA thing, or something like that. I mean, other than that, I mean, what do you have? Like, what? Like, tracks don't matter. We got plenty of tracks. Anecdote doesn't matter. Again, back to the court of law. No, it doesn't. Anecdote can be destroyed. Anecdote is not evidence. It's just it's a persuasion thing. That's it. Anecdote is persuasion. That's it, man. I could sit here and tell you what I had for lunch today and persuade you how delicious it was. Doesn't mean I'm telling the truth. You know? Right? Steak and lobster? Did I have steak and lobster for lunch today? I could make that case. I could. And probably get you to buy it. But I didn't. Anyway. Again, like, boy, that shit gets me on my fucking high horse. I am. Yup, I'm podcasting. Sorry. It's just what I felt like fucking doing tonight. Sorry, guys. Yes. Yes. It came across as yes, but you heard how I said it. Anyway, whatever. I'm sorry, dude. I'm just yeah, no shit. Like exactly. Which is it's not a fun mystery to say like it's a fun mystery to think that they're undiscovered primates, which can't happen in Australia. So, like, like I just disagree 100%. Yeah. Yeah, cool, man. I mean, why not? Why the hell not? And yeah, maybe, right? You know, God, this is a tough one because all right, I gotta slow down because my knee jerk reaction for a while has been to say this. Maybe it's time we start talking about fucking killing one. A Bigfoot, that is. Maybe it's time that we start seriously talking about harvesting a type specimen, if you will. Maybe it's time for that conversation to happen. The problem is, I don't think that conversation can be responsibly had in the Bigfoot world. And of course, it's not going to happen outside of the Bigfoot world. So that just kind of like leaves it in no man's land, you know? Because again, I don't think that conversation can be responsibly had in the Bigfoot world, you know? Because it's not going to be Bigfooters that do it. It's not going to be Bigfooters trying. It's going to require professionals. Just like with everything in Bigfoot. You want DNA? Requires professionals. You want eDNA collected? Requires professionals. Do you want Bigfoot filmed from a fucking drone? Requires professionals. There's nobody in the Bigfoot world qualified to fucking find Bigfoot. Obviously, after fucking 60 years, not one fucking person is qualified. Not Meldrum, not Barackman, not anybody. You want DNA? Requires professionals. Do you want one harvested? Requires professionals. I'm sorry. There's no fucking argument against that. None. Well, maybe they are ghosts. I mean, that's the convenient out, you know? No one has because it's like chasing a ghost. Well, if it's a fucking goddamn primate, it can't be that ghostly unless it's actually ghostly. So at some point, you have to either cross that line or you don't. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with it. If somebody wants to cross that line and say, man, they're just fucking ghosts, dude. If somebody honestly said to me, look, Pat, I can't fucking explain this. It's some kind of ghost or something. All right, cool. I there's nothing I could like there's no road for me to like march down if that's what you think. But if you think that we're dealing with a fucking undiscovered primate, the most amazing biological fucking discovery in centuries. Like, think about it. It's like discovering that Neanderthals are still among modern day humans, or Denisovans are still among modern day humans. Like, it's that fucking huge. It's a huge, huge biological discovery. No pun intended. It's pretty fucking important to say that this flesh and blood thing, which would be that fucking huge of a discovery, you know, rather than, I mean, look, okay, it's just unexplained. If you want to march down a woo road, that's your prerogative. It's your prerogative, your fucking opinion. I don't know what that means. You can never quantify at all what that could ever mean, because if you say they jump in and out of portals, I could just as easily say, they're working with the flying spaghetti monster. It's the same thing. It's just imagination, you know. So you either have to take the position that they are an undiscovered primate, or they're simply something we don't understand. And the truth is, I'm okay with both. Totally okay with both. There could be an undiscovered primate walking around in North America. I know a few folks that have seen them up close and personal. I can't explain that. And I'm pretty sure those folks are not full of shit. Or it's simply something that, you know, is something else that we don't understand and never will, by the way. Like, you're not going to figure it out. If they're woo, you'll never figure it out. And the drone won't do any goddamn good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, they shoot laser beams out of their eyes. Fuck, God, that fucks my drone thing up, you know? Like, really does. But it's that polarized. I mean, it has to be one or the other. There's really no in between. But problem is that Bigfooters will make it an in between argument. Like, they'll kind of go there with they don't want to say it's woo, but they'll make it so natural that it's supernatural. You know, the forest ninjas, and they don't ever. I mean, they weigh 1,000 fucking pounds. Somehow they don't ever really leave any evidence behind. They're hairy. They don't fucking wear clothes. They don't leave tons of hair around while they're stomping around your camp. I don't know. Next time a Bigfoot throws a fucking rock at you, why don't you pick the rock up and put it in a bag? Maybe we could do a little DNA testing. Maybe, you know, maybe some DNA. Put it in the bag. No, I mean, that shit never happens. It's just, Bigfoot throws rocks at me. Like, that's it. That's all you ever get, you know. You know, I don't know, man. Again, I'm ranting. If you disagree with me, I'd love to have that conversation with you. Whoever the fuck you are, you know, because pretty much everyone does this. Like, I'm truly the skeptic standing in the middle of the fucking pool going, hey, wait a second, guys. This is all bullshit. Killing the music right now. I'm the only one. There's no one else. Not fucking Calls, not Nikki, not even Brent. Brent calls out fucking individuals, whatever, dude. I am the only one fucking sitting here who swam these fucking waters for 10 years challenging the narrative. And no one wants to fucking take it up. No one. Even though my conversation with Blake last night was good, you know, it was like it was a little weird. But it was good. Like it was better than most, I'll say that. He did a little like dog chasing tail thing, but whatever. Like it's cool. Like I'm not criticizing Blake, but I'm saying no one in the fucking Bigfoot world who swam these waters as deep as me, not Culls or any of those fucking people, are challenging the narrative. If anything, they'll partake in the fucking narrative. They'll partake in it. They have their own little pieces and of being a part of the narrative. And I'm the one saying the fucking narrative is false. The echo chamber is an echo chamber, which is not a good thing. Echo chambers are bad. They're never good. They're always bad. And you know what? If you think that dude, see again, like, okay, maybe they are in Australia. So the second you say to me, man, that at this point the phenomena is supernatural, all right, I grant you Australian privileges. 100%. Because they might as well be in Antarctica, like whenever they want. Like I can't define what the fuck supernatural is or what that means. But the second you say you think they're supernatural, is you saying they're not a fucking undiscovered primate. And so that's fair enough. And so at this point, we don't really have a discussion anymore. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to fucking say, hey, dude, they're not in Australia. Maybe they are. If they're supernatural, maybe the fuck they are. Because I can't, I got nowhere to go with that. But if they're undiscovered primate, no fucking way they're there. Just like no way they're in fucking downtown Atlanta or Central Park. And if they're super, how come they don't fucking show up in Central Park? By the way, that's the one thing I can go down the supernatural road to question and go, hey man, why don't they show up in cities? Like, that's kind of weird. I'm just asking questions. Yeah, fair enough. God, I wish it was here, bro. Let me play something real quick. I'll BRB. Fuck. Let's find something very quick. Not that. Sorry. Fuck. I need something a little longer. All right, just hang tight, guys. Like, please. I don't want to play the same fucking thing again. All right, I'll play the Ben Radford thing. All right. Here's what Ben Radford has to say about it. Like, if anybody's heard of that guy, like, Ben Radford, some dude, I don't know, some dude I fucking met down, like, he was like down at the Walmart the other day. I'm like, hey, okay, and he has something to say.
That this is part of the problem is that the people that should be doing good quality evidence aren't doing it, or they're doing very little of it. And the people, and including many skeptics, such as myself, the late Daniel Dennett, and others, were trying to help the Bigfoot community get better quality evidence, right? I'm not on your show to dismiss and debunk
Right.
Bigfoot. I'm here to try to encourage people to do better quality evidence, so that way next year and next month, 10 years from now, people can say, well, you know, either the evidence has not improved, that is, maybe there's no Bigfoot there, or whatever methods they're using aren't working at all. And so, I mean, that's the problem here, is that if these creatures are out there, then whatever methods are being used, such as the Skookumcast, aren't working. Not working, guys. We can all agree on this is not working. Whatever you're doing to find Bigfoot obviously isn't working. Why? Because you don't have one. So whatever techniques you're doing, whatever you're trying to do, drones, camping out, whatever, it ain't working. Do something different. So this is part of the problem. And by doing something different, it may mean better quality technology. It may mean better, more search teams. There's lots of things that you do differently. But at the same time, if those don't yield results, at some point you have to say, maybe it ain't there.
And maybe it ain't. I'm fine with that. Are you? You know, I know there's certain people that may not be fine with that. You know, people that have fucking seen them. People that say they've like seen them up close and personal. Those people would be the ones going, don't you fucking tell me they ain't there. I know what I saw that day. It was broad daylight. It was 10 feet away. I know what I saw. Okay, I get that. But maybe they ain't there. Like, you know, I'm still like, maybe they're not actually there. Like 100%, dude. Maybe they died out. Like, you know, Jeff Harding saw one in 1981. Maybe that was like one of the last 50 alive at the time. And some amazing fucking coincidence, I would say. You know, like Patty, you know, filmed in 67, was like one of those last fucking 50 or 60 or 70 at that time. And they just fucking died out, you know? I don't know. I'm speculating myself. But no one ever fucking talks about that. No, who the fuck in the Bigfoot world ever says, I don't know, maybe they died out? Just me. Pretty sure I'm the only guy saying that says maybe they just fucking died out. Because nobody, I mean, what's the fun? What's the fun in speculating that they all fucking died? Then they're not around anymore. There's no more fun. There's no more mystery, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I did not. Mr. John Ayers. I did not pay. I definitely need to, but yeah, kind of sucks. Like, I wish somebody would jump in here. Like, goddamn, fuck. It is an open mic. Like, come on, Australian guy, jump in here. My Australian accent sucks. It would take me a minute to dial it up, actually. Yeah. I'm not in the fucking mood for accents. But yeah, like I do have to take a fucking piss. This is the most real wear it on your sleeve Bigfoot show that's ever existed. And I mean, now like, I'm starting to sound like Todd Standing, you know. Oh, you're not even there. Well, why do you? What the fuck? You guys hear that weird shit? Okay, that's fucking annoying. Well, why the fuck are you defending Australia so much? Oh man. Yeah, I mean it could be, dude. I mean, thanks for participating. You know, I mean, dude, you think what you want. Again, like, God, this is really fucking annoying, man. I don't fucking know what else is going on out there. Thanks for being here. Thanks for participating. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate your interaction. And sorry, dude, if I came across as like flippant, I apologize. It's something I'm trying to work on. I do like I feel real passionate about my opinions, and I need to not let that like sort of like rule me so much. So this is something I recognize about myself is that I could be more articulate and measured, you know. Um, I'm just not that smart. Like, like those guys that do that shit, they're real smart. And I'm sorry, I'm an artist, dude. Like, I want to fucking play drums in your face, like fucking Tommy Lee, like, no, like it's what I want to do. It's how I am, man. But I could be more measured. Pete. Goodbye. Anyway, again, like, oh my god, this is just probably getting awkward. Yeah, Danny. What's up, Danny? How you doing, buddy? Wait, where's Danny? Pete, shut the fuck up, dude. Come on. Pete. Come on. Just fucking people, man. Streetlights and people. I disagree with that. Like, I don't think that statement is accurate. So I simply disagree with you. There's no fucking equivalency to North American reports compared to the a dozen Australian reports or whatever. There's just no equivalency, bro. And there's no equivalency with the goddamn geography either. North America is a wet fucking place. It's just fucking packed full of wet forested areas, man. Yeah, I mean, just packed full of like the kind of fucking areas that an actual undiscovered hominid could actually exist. I buy that, and remote enough too, man. Like, I mean, again, just looking at the Appalachians alone is just like staggeringly like desolate and remote. I know this for a fucking fact. I've lived it. I've seen it. I've been involved with it. I've been entangled with it. The remoteness of that fucking area, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then, I mean, God, you get higher up in North America, and that's even more like mind-blowingly actual, like remote, But even the Appalachians, the entire Appalachian chain in the Blue Ridge area, it's so void of people. There's so many goddamn trees and so few people that, like, okay, cool. Bigfoot could fucking exist there. So why are they in the LBL? Like, fucking really? You know? Don't get me started on that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go down a fucking LBL rant tonight. I apologize. I take it back. I keep smashing my glasses. Yep, I've been drinking tonight. I don't give a fuck. It's my show. Like, fuck it. I do what I want. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you. Like, whoever you are, I appreciate you just as much as me highlighting this comment. Like, I appreciate you, you know, you who, that, the guy, you disagree with me. That's fine too. I appreciate that just as much, man. I mean, what I'm saying is thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for engaging. Like, your opinion is welcome here. Like, you can disagree with me all you want, as long as it doesn't come with, look, motherfucker. Disagree with me all you want. I'll never ban you. I'll never time you out. Nobody's being disruptive in chat. Good comments, bad comments. I don't fucking care, man. Let's have the discussion. That's what's important. Let's have the talk. God damn it. It's called Squatch Talk for a fucking reason, man. You know, let's figure this fucking shit out, man. Who wants to figure this shit out? Anybody? Anybody want answers? I don't know. Yeah, what's Raptor got to say here? Sorry, I'm actually getting behind the chat. I apologize. That's probably nobody's other researching in the deep woods. Same thing. With Patty Film, both those guys are out in the deep woods, and they were. That's a good point, dude. That's a very interesting point. I actually, I watched an interview recently with Bob, talking about it. And then I in conjunction, oddly enough, I had seen other things about the Bluff Creek area and sort of the history of it. And so those two things met in my head at the same time. I was like, wow, man, they actually really, like, for that time in 1967, even though there was logging roads like being made nearby, but that's kind of what got like everything kicked up. And I'm thinking, like, this was actual virgin timber. And I'm like, fuck, these things have been out here for forever and a day with nobody. Not even fucking Native Americans. No one. This is virgin timber and huge swaths of it. And all of a sudden, man comes in with the machines and stuff. I could see where that would play out, like almost a Sasquatch sunset, if you will, kind of thing going on. God, stop fucking hitting your fucking glasses. Like, they're just out there legitimately doing their thing, which is what it should be. It shouldn't be fucking, right next to Seattle or fucking right next to Chicago or right next to fucking, wherever, anywhere. It shouldn't be any of those places. should be that these things are kind of living their lives out there, and then boom, man shows up, logging road, boom, footprints found. Whatever you want to get into the Ray Wallace thing, okay, I get it, or the crew thing, whatever. But Roger decided to fucking go investigate that area, and from what I heard Bob saying on this interview I watched today, actually, of him, they were planning to go 20 something miles out, they were really trying to get out into the most virgin parts of the timber, and they were going along the creek, as Bob calls it, and they were following the creek, and boom, that shit happened. I could totally see that. I could see that. That makes sense to me. And so, not sure why I got marching down that road, but yeah, that's what I think of that situation. That we were talking about Raptor was talking about the deep woods, and with the Patty film, and those guys were out there in the deep woods, and they were, even though there was logging roads being constructed nearby, but it was deep. It was deep stuff. So, I missed a bunch of shit in chat. Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. Fucking Australia. Sorry. I mean, look, it's hard enough to find fucking proof of them in North America, where they're supposed to be everywhere all the time. Australia, it's dude, absolutely nothing. There's just nothing. So if 10 people say they saw Bigfoot in Australia, is that supposed to shape my reality and make it true? Hell no. Hell no. How about 1 million people? If 1 million people say they saw Bigfoot in Australia, yeah, you got my attention. Yeah, you got my attention. So, I mean, it ain't the same, man. I'm just gonna disagree with you. Just gonna disagree. Aunt, you call me Aunt Pat? What? Raptor? What the fuck? You talking shit? Oh man, I'm totally abandoning you. You're talking shit. You bored of Bigfoot? No, I don't go. What the fuck is there to research, Raptor? I mean, come on, man, live by your own words. There's what do you research? The only thing I could do is take a drone out there and look, and that fucking costs money, no matter what. Whether I just buy the drone outright and go look myself, or I drag a pilot into it, like I was talking about earlier. Yeah, actual Bigfoot research is hard fucking work. It's not fun. Like the Bigfooters, they have fun. They plan camping trips, sometimes around conferences, where they show up and fuck what do you know? They plopped down within an eighth of a mile of a Bigfoot that night, who's hooting and hollering at him. Wow, that's amazing. What an amazing mathematical statistical probability for them to land on. You know, it's just, so yeah. I mean, there's there's definitely reports of Bigfoot in North Georgia. I mean, most of that information I get is from the BFRO. And a lot of that information came from Matt Pruitt, who at the time was the North Georgia BFRO investigator. So Matt's a smart guy. He's a genuine dude. I have no reason, to think that he would drop the ball on that. So yeah, like some of that shit was, like head scratching. Like, damn, fuck, really? Like one of them's really close to Gainesville. That blew my mind, but it was in the 70s, It was in the 70s. Anyway. Yeah, true story, man. Like I mean, I agree. As fascinating as it still is to me, it's like I could talk about it, I could put a fucking panel together and I could do a 2-hour show on the BG film. I have, I've done that. I could do it again. But yeah, I mean, it just needs to go into history books forever. Like, it's nothing more than a controversial film. That's it. There's no proof coming out of that one way or the other. As far as the film goes, I did kind of make a little prediction not too long ago that it will be debunked. I still think that's a possibility. I don't know. That's hard. It's just hard to talk about. It's kind of an angle I see there. I'm like, I think that angle's gonna play out, and it's a money thing. That's it. But anyway, I mean, so yeah, I still think that's in play. But yeah, man, I mean, the PG film could be put to bed forever. Again, Matrix 3T, put it up in the air. You got whoops. You got whoops going on? All right, let's put the Matrix up. Oh, fuck, well, you just happened to fucking plop down next to a Bigfoot tonight. Congratulations. And thanks for inviting me here. Now I'm going to film it and get the fuck out of here and start calling production companies and universities. Thanks. Thanks for finding the Bigfoot for me. Wow, you were right. You won't see a dime of it, but you were right. Yeah. I mean, that's all it takes, dude. Like, all these people, dude, that keep saying, Bigfoot's around. They're like, Bigfoot. Every time we go out, Bigfoot. Hotspot. Okay. Bring the drone. Put it up in the air. If, granted, certain amount of, half the year when the canopy's down. Okay. Fair enough. So half the year and most of the country. But that's when people are those are the times in fall and spring where people are reporting, high Bigfoot activity. And put the drone up, fucking film it, easy peasy, one and done. All right, I'm out. I'm taking that SD card and guarding it with my life. Replicating it, 1,000 times on every device I can. Yeah. I mean, whatever. I mean, 10 people. It's not 10 people in the U.S., dude. It's fucking millions. Millions of people in the U.S. are interested in Bigfoot. And pick any 10 people that have a fucking Bigfoot experience in the U.S., and yeah, they're full of shit. Like, you know, so I'll be consistent with that. You know, so when I say there's nothing in fucking Australia, like there's zero evidence. What evidence? What evidence in Australia? None. What evidence in fucking North America? None, except people say tracks, and you know, the PG film. Like that's it. So get the fucking PG film in Australia, man. Talk to your buddies. Like obviously you got some kind of connection to it. Something. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. And I'm wondering, I don't know that I could do an outro. I don't know what music I'm allowed to play. It's like I don't want to kill my monetization just because I picked the wrong thing to fucking play. But blah, 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 blah. Oh, where's actually yeah. Sorry guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. Where the fuck did that go? Huh. I think it's this intro tag too. Thanks for being here. It kind of sucks nobody jumped in. Like, that's fine. For whatever reason, they weren't feeling it. But like these conversations, like if you want to have them and you want to challenge me, challenging the narrative, I think those are important conversations to have. How many Bigfoot are there in North America? Answer me that. Are they rare and elusive? Or are they everywhere all the time? And how do you square that fucking circle, you know, with being like this amazing undiscovered, you know, primate? Again, if you're a woo person, fair enough. Can't really like argue with that. Like, okay, you're woo. You know? Like whatever that is, you can just make shit up at that point. But if you think they're a undiscovered primate that would have to be rare and elusive, how in the fuck do you ever support the Bigfoot narrative, even from your own fucking experience? I'm talking experience. I'm not talking encounter when you were not people who were not Bigfooters that had like face-to-face fucking encounter. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these experiences. How do you work that math out? Because I say you can't, and the best you can bring to the table is sort of a circular discussion of excuses. But I could be wrong. And I challenge anybody out there in the Bigfoot world, Cliff Brockman, Matt Moneymaker, Dr. Meldrum, you know, Steve Coles, you know, Nikki, Brent, like Leon, Jeff, like whoever you are. It doesn't matter. Like I'm shotgun patterning it. Like it doesn't matter who you are. If you disagree with me and you think you have something to bring to the table that says otherwise, other than some fucking one anecdotal account you have, which can't count. Yeah, sure, you might be the anomaly. I get that. But you can't be the anomaly that argues for the narrative. If you're the anomaly, you're the anomaly. And okay, I'll grant you that. You're the anomaly. But you can't argue that your anomaly solidifies the fucking narrative echo chamber of whoops, knocks, stomps, rocks thrown, Bigfoot expeditions, Bigfoot campouts at fucking conferences where Bigfoot actually shows up. Come on, guys. No. But hey, man, I'll have that discussion with anybody, anytime, anywhere. Because that's the only discussion worth having anymore. That's it. It's the only one. It's the only one that matters. Everything else is just fucking entertainment. That's it. And obviously, I'm not trying to entertain anybody because I do not fucking follow the narrative, which would get me 10,000 more views than I fucking get now. Put a little pocket money in my, little pocket money. I mean, it's worth something. It is. You guys would be surprised, man. If I had 10,000 more views than I'm getting now, it's some extra pocket money. It really is. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tolerating me tonight. Totally on a rant. And see you guys next time.
Let's assume that you've got to this point in the video and you don't agree with me at all. Fine, but I guarantee that this video has been beneficial to you. It will, at the very least, have allowed you to compare your own argument to mine, thus giving you an understanding of the opposite view of the argument. And, assuming you're being honest with yourself and actually paid attention, it will have strengthened your own line of reasoning in preparation for an intellectually honest counter-argument. Therefore, even if you don't agree with me at all, this video will still have been useful to you, even if it only confirmed what you previously knew. If I get defeated here, if someone comes along with a very good counter-argument that defeats mine properly, then great, we've all learned. And if I'm right, great, we've all learned again. But if we don't have the debate, because it's artificially shut down, or people complain so much that it persuades people not to take me seriously, we can't learn. We can't find the truth. So we will live in ignorance of the truth. It is therefore in all our best interests to have a debate about this subject. But if the academics or corporations like YouTube or the central state are not allowing the debate, or somehow find a way to call this offensive and take it down, then we won't learn and we will have a valueless